This has been the goal from the very start. Going all the way back to April with stage 1 in China, everybody's had one eye on the target and the other eye on this prize, a ticket to the World Cup Finals in the Olympic capital of the world. As the planet's best archers hopscotched around the globe, competing in Shanghai, Medellin, Antalya, and Wrocław, Poland, the battle only intensified and got tighter in each of the 4 divisions. It was survival of the fittest, and the strong survive. Now, 32 of the best in the business have a shot at a September to remember here along the shores of breathtaking Lake Geneva. Wherever you happen to be watching, and whatever time of day it is, bienvenue, dzień dobry, merhaba, hola, ni hao, buongiorno, konnichiwa, bonjour, grietzi, privyet, shalom, guten tag, ciao, annyeonghaseyo, good day, mates. And last but not least, welcome to Lausanne, Switzerland, home of the International Olympic Committee, and home once again for a second time around to World Archery's World Cup Finals. You are looking live at this idyllic setting along Lac Léman, otherwise known as Lake Geneva, a setting we hope inspires more tremendous competition in what's become the crown jewel of World Archery's outdoor season. Along with Hilda Gibson from Great Britain, I'm Carl Archie, once again rolling out the red carpet here in the Alps for the Recurve Semifinals. We started the day with 8. Zhu Jing, Zheng Desomi, Elena Richter, Lisa Unruh, Aida Roman, Cheng Ming, Tatiana Sagina. Well, there's only 4 left, and they'll be shooting from 70 meters away at a target face that's 122 centimeters in diameter. The 10 ring, much, much smaller, about the size of a good roll of duct tape, if you can picture that in your minds. Hilda, we had such great matches this morning. If this afternoon comes anywhere close to matching that, we're really in for some fun.
Absolutely. It's looking like a great afternoon. Each of them have had to battle hard to get into the semis here. So looking forward to some great matches this afternoon.
These archers are battle tested as Cheng Ming takes the platform, takes to the center stage. The Chinese archer, 28 years old, came in seated 6th in the World Cup standings. 26 points on the season, 10th in the world overall, and she had to work hard this morning to come back against Elena Richter. She was down 4-0 in her match.
Absolutely, and then it all switched round. Elena Richter just went out there all guns blazing, but then it didn't go quite so well, and the Chinese opponent really took over and made the most of that.
Cheng Ming won the final 3 sets and won the match 6-4. And now she's matched up against Tatiana Sagina from the Russian Federation, 7th seeded in the World Cup rankings. And really, really fortunate to be here. She knows that. She got to come because Zhu Yunzheng of Korea dropped out and declined the invitation. So she got her opportunity, and she made her most of it this morning in one of the most exciting matches we saw in the quarterfinals. She defeated Zheng Desomi 6-5 in a shoot-off. So she showed what she's made of.
Absolutely, that was a really high-quality match. We only had 2 arrows out of the gold in that match, so it was a very, very high-quality match. Great, great for her to come through that, and that will give her a load of confidence coming into this.
Now they raise the stakes even more for the semifinals. Cheng Ming on target number 1, and Tatiana Sagina of Russia on target number 2. And Cheng Ming starts us off with a 10. This would be the first individual World Cup medal outdoors for Tatiana if she can defeat Cheng Ming of China. Follows up the 10 with a 9. Deep in thought. Tatiana tattooing a 9 on that target face. And Ming in the 10 ring again. So there you have it, a 29-27 win for Cheng Ming of China in that opening salvo. So she takes the 2 set points and grabs the lead immediately in this match. In the match earlier today in the the quarterfinals, Tatiana was able to jump on top early on and then had to go to the shoot-off to defeat Zheng Dasomi. And as we mentioned, it was Cheng Ming in the quarterfinals coming from behind for the win over Elena Richter of Germany. Right after this match, we'll see Aida Roman facing Zhu Jing. And in the men's semifinals, Marcus D'Almeida will be matched up against Florian Kalund of Germany, while Brady Ellison will square off against Rick van der Ven of the Netherlands. And after they've decided those matches, we'll get ready for the bronze and gold medal matches. Tatiana going first, trailing in the match. So a pair of 9s to start off. Still even here in the second set. And there Tatiana comes through with a 10. And even better 10. Close, but not quite for Tatiana Segana, who finishes off with a pair of 9s and 1 10. And an opportunity for Cheng Ming to really grab a big lead in this match. Not able to come through with a shot in the 10 ring, so a set point goes to Tatiana. Another set point will go to Ms. Cheng. And it's 3-1 in favor of the Chinese archer, Cheng Ming of China. It's interesting because Tatiana lost to Cheng Ming way back in April. Seems like a long time ago, Hilda. But at stage 1, yeah, in Shanghai, she lost to Cheng Ming 6-4 in the 1/16th round. So it's an opportunity for her to turn that around against Cheng Ming. But they have faced each other before. And Cheng Ming came away with the victory in Shanghai back in April at stage 1. Dancing around that center circle, Tatiana Segana trying to get it dialed in, but so is Cheng Ming. And there's a 10 for the new European champion. Isn't that interesting?
The same spot.
Sure. As soon as somebody does something, the other one feels compelled to match it. Even better. Raising the bar even higher. 2 10s and a 9. So Cheng Ming needs a 10 to split this set. And she gets it. It's remarkable, isn't it, how that happens? That pressure once applied, and you have to raise the level of your game.
Yeah, that can just take that arousal level up a bit and really make you push more, but sometimes it can push you over. So, but these two are really very closely matched at the moment. Very high standard of shooting.
A heightened sense of urgency, no question about that. Cheng Ming of China, as we said, lost, or defeated, I should say, Tatiana Segana at Shanghai. Cheng Ming finishing in 9th place at stage 1, did not compete at stage 2 in Medellin. won the silver medal in Antalya, where she lost to Cheng Hai-jin 6-2, and went out early, losing a shoot-off in Poland in Wrocław. Came away with no points there, but still had 26 points, which was enough to qualify for this World Cup final event here in Lausanne, Switzerland, where it's now 4-2 in favor of Cheng Ming. First archer to 6 points wins the match. So Cheng Ming, by winning this set, could win the match. The red ring, which presents a golden opportunity for Cheng Ming, and I do mean golden. She is in great shape and great position right now. Tatiana Segana in a precarious spot, needing a 10, getting a 10 to keep her hopes alive. And now it comes down to this shot right here. Leading 4-2 and an 8. How about that? So they'll split the points again, and the score goes to 5-3. Cheng Ming had Tatiana on the ropes.
She did. I mean, after that 8, that second arrow went in the 8, then that was the opportunity. She took that with the 10, but then she put an 8 in for the last arrow. So, and at this level, you just can't afford to do that because Tatiana replied again with a 10.
So the plot doth thicken just a little bit more. After 4 sets, Cheng Ming, who's been leading since the opening set, still up by 2. But if Tatiana can string together 3 really good shots right here, she can send this to the shoot-off, and we've seen several. She was in one this morning and came away with a victory. And this crowd here along Lake Geneva would love nothing more than to see another shoot-off start off the afternoon session. I imagine that shoot-off victory this morning for Tatiana made lunch all that much better. So she ups the ante. Can Cheng Ming match? No. Again in the red zone. And she is providing the opportunity for Tatiana Segana to come back. And she's coming back. And coming back hard. An equally strong shot by Cheng Ming, but it may be too little too late. Depends on what Tatiana does right here. 10-10-10. We're going to the shoot-off. Talk about some clutch shooting. Cheng Ming finishes with a 10 as well, but she was undone by that opening 8.
Just one slightly soft shot, and Tatiana just put in 3 solid shots.
When she needed it the most, Tatiana Segana from the Russian Federation comes through with 3 straight 10s, and she does force the shoot-off. So with the pressure on, the archer who did not expect to be here, when she went to Poland for stage 4, she knew she had to win the bronze medal to clinch a spot in the World Cup Finals. But she lost to Deepika Kumari of India and went back home to Russia thinking, well, my outdoor season's over. But then Joo Hyun-jung of Korea declines the invitation to participate in the World Cup Finals, and she gets new life. Tatiana does. And she is trying to make the most of that opportunity right now. She was down in this match, I should say. She was down, but never out. And 3 straight 10s in that 5th set will force the shoot-off. And again, we get the fresh new target face. Tatiana Segana, as we mentioned, lost to Cheng Ming 6-4 in one of the opening rounds in Shanghai, came away from China without any points, was scoreless in Medellin, really wasn't on the radar screen, although Albina Laginova certainly was all season long. Albina participating in yesterday's quarterfinals in the compound competition. But getting back to Tatiana, her teammate, she really started to show up in Antalya. Finished 8th, lost to Zhu Hyun-jung, who would later on become her benefactor, I suppose you would say. And then in Poland, lost to Ika Yuliani Rohmewani of Indonesia, lost the bronze medal and thought she lost her shot at Lausanne. But here she is. She won her quarterfinal match in a shoot-off. Now in the semifinals, in a shoot-off against Cheng Ming, who shoots a 10. Will the ship come in for Tatiana Segana? No, it will not. High, it sails away on her, and the victory sails away as well as Cheng Ming survives a scare and wins this semifinal shoot-off.
But she had to shoot the arrow in the shoot-off. So Titania took her all the way to the shoot-off. So
no question.
Great match.
No question about it. Tremendous match between these two, and the decision goes to Cheng Ming of China, who, by the way, in 2011 won the gold medal at the World Cup Finals in Istanbul. So she's been here before. She's experienced success before. She certainly knows what this is like, being in the bright spotlight and under this kind of pressure. And she comes through. Wasn't rattled by the fact that she had to go to the shoot-off.
Well,
impressive.
Wasn't rattled all the way through. No, absolutely. She put the arrow in when she needed to.
Talk about the theory that some archers have, Hilda. Hilda Gibson from Great Britain joining us here on World Archery TV. A lot of archers think that it is an advantage to shoot first in a shoot-off.
Well, then there's no expectation. There's no message going off saying, oh, needs a 9 to win or needs a 10 to win.
Or a better 10.
Or a better 10, yeah. But it's all about the extent to which you can close yourself off from everything else that's going on and just shoot your arrow.
And you shoot that arrow, and if you shoot a good one, you're able to really put a lot more pressure on your opponent, who now has to do all that kind of mental calculation.
Yeah.
And anytime any of us have to start thinking more, we humans tend to muck things up, don't we?
We just think too much. But I think, for everybody, there's some that would say they'd rather shoot second. But I think there's more people would prefer to shoot first.
And that's what I've always heard. That's the theory of the school of thought. And Cheng Ming got to go first, shot a 10, put it on the line. It was a shot that was, I think, beatable. But Tatiana's single arrow attempt in the shoot-off sailed high into the 8 ring. And with it, sailed away her chance of getting to the gold medal match. However, she will be in the bronze medal match, and we'll have a chance of medaling later on this afternoon. All right, getting set now for our second semifinal match on the women's side, and this is Aida Roman from Mexico. Aida, you see the numbers once again. World ranking 13th in the world, 5th on the World Cup circuit this summer with 28 points. And coming off a shoot-off victory of her own this morning in the quarterfinals against Germany's Lisa Unruh. Now she will face the second Chinese archer that has made it to the semifinals here in Lausanne, Switzerland. Zhu Jing of China, numero uno in the world, number 1 and number 1 on the World Cup circuit this summer. In the quarterfinals this morning, she cruised to a 6-2 victory over Switzerland's Natalie Dillon. Wasn't tested quite the way that Aida Roman was tested.
No. Aida had to pull out all the stops, whereas you say it was more of a cruise.
So Zhu Jing, 23 years old, taking on the 26-year-old Aida Roman. Aida almost winning the gold medal in London back in 2012, settled for silver as Kibo Bay. was able to eke out the victory at Lord's Cricket. However, Aida became Mexico's first Olympian to win a medal in archery, making history for her country. And trying to pick up more hardware here in Switzerland. Gathers herself, draws it back. And a nice shot to start off with. And I don't know if anybody watching noticed that, but as Zhu Jing was shooting, Aida had her back to her, was not paying any attention at all, staying within her own world. That one leaks out into the 8 ring. And the early opportunity for Zhu Jing, who takes advantage and grabs a 1-point lead in the opening set. Roman on target number 2. Got her season off to a great start. Actually finished the indoor season on a high note, winning the gold medal in Nîmes at the Indoor World Championship. So Zhu Jing, neither archer as impressive in that set as they were this morning, but Zhu Jing 1 point better, 26-25, and she takes the 2 points and takes the lead. Zhu Jing coming close to the gold medal this summer on the World Cup circuit. Had 2 shots at it. Stage 1 in Shanghai and stage 4 in the Wrocław, Poland. And on each occasion came up short, settling for silver. Lost to Elena Richter in Shanghai. And then in Wrocław, it was Indonesia's Ika Yuliani Rahmawati who defeated Zhu Jing. Roman prepares herself. Pays off.
Nice shot.
Nice grouping by Aida Roman. Meanwhile, Zhu Jing low on the second shot after being high into the left on the first shot. Roman can wrap up this set with a 10. A 9, though, will make it impossible, too, for Zhu Jing to catch her. So 2 points to go to Aida Roman, regardless of this shot by Zhu Jing. All over the map.
Zhu hasn't found the middle yet, so she's...
When you see a pattern like that, what does that indicate to you?
There's some inconsistency coming in, because you're looking at the wind flag, windsock. There's hardly any wind out there, so I don't think that it's. Sometimes you can end up like chasing the gold, so you're wanting to. You shoot one arrow, it goes slightly left, then you adjust, and it goes slightly right, and then you adjust. And if one of those shots was actually a really good shot, then you sort of end up chasing your tail a bit.
So inconsistency in terms of where you're aiming,
where
from
you're
one
aiming,
shot to the next,
or moving your sight in between and to correct where an arrow's gone.
And you could tell after her very first shot of this set, she was trying to make an adjustment. I think she was trying to move her sight. Super slow-mo with some super shots here in Super Switzerland. And Aida in a great frame of mind right now. Picks up the 2 points. We're tied at 2-all after 2 sets. Roman and Zhu Jing. Mexico against China. Zhu Jing hoping to get into that gold medal match and face her teammate Cheng Ming. Now it's Aida floating one high above the intended target. And that emboldens Zhu Jing. So a pair of 8s for Aida Roman, who looked so strong in that second set. Now it's Zhu Jing who seems to have gotten things ironed out.
So she's got into the groove.
So essentially, if Zhu Jing hits the target face, she takes this set and regains the lead. More than enough. That noof.
So that was a much better end from Zhu, which would have pushed Aida no matter how well Aida shot, but Aida didn't hit the yellow that time.
We can speculate a little bit here. What do you suppose happened after that end where she shot those 3 arrows all over the target face? Did she adjust her sight, you think, or is just a mental approach change?
I don't know, maybe she just decided, like, my sight's fine, I'm going to shoot them, and maybe her coach just said, you know, settle down.
Go back to what you were doing, back to the basics. Whatever it was, it worked. As you see the beautiful, beautiful sights here in Lausanne, Switzerland, in the district known as Ushi, down by Lake Geneva. The sailing boats, the cruise ships, and right now we're cruising into the 4th set. And Aida Roman needs to rebound, and does. Very, very strong mentally and gifted athletically. But so is everybody here at this point. Zhu Jing, a terrific athlete as well. Now Aida, who finished 7th in Paris at the World Cup Final last year, hoping for more this year. Back-to-back 10s. So now Aida has her on the ropes. Ten, 10, and 9. But that 9 should be fine, yes. It safely secures 2 more points for Aida Roman. So back and forth we go in what's become a seesaw battle. Zhu Jing won the first set. Aida Roman won the second set. Zhu wins the third set. Aida wins the fourth set. So back and forth. Who wants this more?
Back and forth, absolutely.
We're about to find out. So much going through the minds of both of these young women. Or maybe they're actually just trying to clear their minds.
Yeah. Go
Maybe
out there
not
and
think
just
about
shoot their shots. I mean, you can't control what your opponent does. You can only control what you do. So you go on the line and shoot your arrows.
How long does it take till you get to that point where you really can stand there as you wait for your arrows to come back and just Have a clear and open mind and not worry about everything that's going on around you.
I'm not sure you ever get to that
Do you ever get to that point?
You probably have to ask them.
How encouraging is that for me, Hilda? Hilda Gibson from Great Britain.
Calmly, I'm not sure. These guys, I mean, they will be keeping calm, but.
Well, and I think they go through a lot of mental training as well as the physical training. And obviously with somebody like Aida Roman, who is studying psychology, she's put a lot of thought into that, worked on that part of her game. And she's hoping right now it will stand her in good stead. She takes the first shot of this fifth set on the line. It's a 10. Counts just as much as a shot dead center. So just outside the 10 ring. Advantage Roman in what could be the deciding set, unless they split. So a 10 right here ties it up. Zhu Jing has done the math. And that math is not going to work for her. So a 10 right here for Aida Roman would wrap up the match. Could have been distracted by the blast of that horn, but somehow kept her focus, nails the 10, and wins the match. Zhu Jing goes through with the formality of taking her final shot, but it was all for naught. That 10 wrapped it up for Aida Roman. The horn blasted as that ship set sail, and she's sailing into the gold medal match.
Yep, Aida just carried on. Absolutely.
Did it seem to you as though she held it just a little bit longer, waiting for that blast to end before she let it go?
I think she held it a little bit longer, but I don't think the blast had anything to do with it.
It scared me.
I suspect she didn't hear it at all.
Boy, talk about focus and concentration and just locking in on the target and the task at hand. Aida Roman wins the seesaw battle as she takes the fifth and final set and wins by the score of 6-4. Aida Roman moving on through to the gold medal match, where she will face in just a little while Cheng Ming of China. In the bronze medal match, it'll be Zhu Jing going up against Tatiana Segana. And once again, the gold medal eluding the Chinese archer for the third time during this World Cup campaign. So the semifinals for the women are in the books right now, and we'll get set for the gentlemen to take center stage here at the start of the day. We had a field that included Rick van der Ven, Marcus d'Almeida, Pierre Plion of France, Ojinyak of Korea, Brady Ellison of the United States, Florian Kalund of Germany, and Jake Kaminsky of the United States. Jake Kaminsky, though, taken care of by this young man, Marcus Vinicius d'Almeida from Brazil, the 16-year-old who is the youngest archer ever in a World Cup final field. But certainly shooting like a veteran, and he does have a lot of experience on the international circuit as a junior, and now getting a lot of experience this summer on the World Cup circuit as well. And he'll need that experience as he takes on 21-year-old Florian Kalund of Germany, the 6th seed, number 6 on the World Cup circuit with 30 points, 25 of those coming in Antalya, Turkey, where he defeated Kuban Chan using his spare bow in a match that went to a shootout. So 25 of his 30 points came in Turkey at stage 3 and helped propel him to the World Cup Finals, where he now faces Marcus d'Almeida of Brazil. So d'Almeida, fresh off his appearance of the Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing, where he won the silver medal and had to settle for silver only because his opponent refused to basically missed on only 2 arrows in the gold medal match. So it really wasn't Marcus's fault. He pretty much had to be perfect that day. Oh, first shot.
I'm sure he's been practicing since then too.
Oh, I'm sure. Picks up where he left off this morning, while Kalunda's low, but just a little bit. Wow. That's the only thing I can think of. I know it's not very profound, but those 2 shots together, wow. Kalund cashing in. 10-10-10. 30 points for the 16-year-old from Brazil. The set goes to Dalmeida. And Kalund shot an excellent set.
29 and still loses the set.
Now he knows how Marcus Dalmeida felt at the Youth Championships. What are you going to do? I shoot at 29 and it's not good enough? What a great start. And I've got to think it's a little bit of a challenge. You have the quarterfinals in the morning, Hilda, and then you got to wait till the afternoon, and you got to go through lunch and warming up again, and keeping that edge, I think, is what's the challenge.
Yeah, well, yeah, it certainly is. It's a challenge to, whenever this is short, 15 arrows. If it goes to 5 sets, less if it goes to fewer sets, and you've got to be really on your game straight away. So practicing that. Doing the practice, getting ready, going through your mental routine, coming in, again, going through your mental routine for each stage is really, really important.
Got to stay on your game and carry it through from the quarterfinals here to the semifinals, and both of these archers have done that. Dalmeida just doing it a little bit better in that first set. So he leads 2-0 and prepares for his first shot of this second set.
Okay.
And misses for the first time in this semifinal matchup with Florian Kalund. Kalund, I'm sure, has that spare bow as the backup. And there's Dalmeida shooting at 10 as we were away for just a moment.
So this will be interesting now because he's had to pick up his spare bow,
which he used to win in Antalya, Turkey, but you saw him go back and switch.
But the sight may not be set quite the same.
And that's what I was going to ask you, the adjustment that you have to make.
He will have made sure that both sights were set
prior to
coming onto the field.
But never really a good sign when you have to go to that backup bow in the middle of your match.
No, because it's all about consistency. So if
it's not set up like the first one.
Athletes at this level, they have a spare, and they practice with both so they can switch between one and the other. But it's a different bow. There's always a chance that there may be something different.
And
the
one
sight
shot.
may be set slightly differently.
And one shot, excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt you. One shot may make the difference. And
Absolutely.
it may be that first shot that you take with that backup bow.
Absolutely.
But it did work out for Florian Kalund in Antalya, Turkey. Had to use his spare bow there as his arrow rested broken. He went on to win the gold medal in a shoot-off against Kuban Shan. But now using that backup bow against Marcus Dalmeida, and Dalmeida dominating right now. 4-0 the lead. Could he be on his way to a straight set sweep over the gold medalist from Antalya? Now has Kalund gone back to his original bow?
I think he might have done. He picked up. I was trying to watch what he was doing, so let's go and see when he goes back.
Struggling with either bow right now. While D'Almeida is the picture of consistency. Young man who's got his sights set not just on the gold medal match today, but getting to the gold medal match in Rio in 2 years at the Olympics in Brazil. So 26 points. Takes 8 points to win it for Marcus D'Almeida. It's a done deal. D'Almeida closes the deal in 3 straight sets. Marcus D'Almeida eliminated Jake Kaminsky in 3 straight sets in the quarterfinals. Here in the semifinals, it took him 3 straight sets to eliminate Florian Kalun.
It's just amazing. He's just so calm. He's just amazing.
Youth definitely being served here in Lausanne as Florian Kalun, 16 years old, the youngest ever to make it to a World Cup final, is going to go on and fight for a gold medal this afternoon. The question is, whom shall he be facing? I think right now he's just happy to be in that match, and he's not worried too much about whoever it is he's going to go up against.
Yep, and as I said before, it doesn't matter in a way who it is, because
it's you and the target.
It's him and it's what he does that matters, and he just goes up there and shoots his arrows.
Hotel Olac in the background as we give you that bird's eye view. Skycam here in Switzerland on an absolutely gorgeous day once again. Temperature maybe in the 70s Fahrenheit, which converts to what, Celsius, Hilda? 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So
I can't remember the formula.
Again,
it's pretty hot here today. I'd say it's probably high 20s.
20s, somewhere in that range.
Maybe touching 30 now this afternoon.
Brady giving the bear a high five as he comes out and gets set for his semifinal showdown. Brady Ellison of the United States, the 5th seed, 5th on the World Cup circuit with 34 points, 6th in the world. There's his coach Mel in the box. And Brady Ellison coming off a thrilling 6-5 come from behind shoot-off win over Oh Jin-hyuk this morning in the Recurve quarterfinals. Now he takes on the man who's been #1 all summer long on the World Cup circuit, Rik van der Ven of the Netherlands, who's also ranked 3rd in the world, 23-4 in match play so far this year, and in head-to-head collisions, van der Ven has come away with the victory. In fact, when you look back on the season, way back to April in Shanghai, Brady Ellison went up against Rik van der Ven and suffered a 6-4 quarterfinal loss to the Dutchman along the Huangpu River in China. Some final words of encouragement from Mel and Brady Ellison, who showed his toughness this morning. He was down, trailing in his match with Oh Jin-hyuk. He was trailing 4-0, but had that set where he had those 3 straight 10s, and that really turned the match around. Got him into the shoot-off, which he won with Oh Jin-hyuk. Now going up against the left-hander from the Netherlands, and Rik van der Ven dials up a 10, or excuse me, a 9.
Good elevation, just left.
Another 9. Almost exactly the same spot.
Just out the other side.
Starts out left, goes right on the second shot. And finally, somebody breaks the ice, gets into that center circle. The man with the London Olympics tattoo tattoos a 10 of his own up on that target face. So Van der Ven stepped it up, and Brady able to answer the challenge. So they tie in the set, split the points, and we're all leaving it 1-1 after that first set. In their first meeting in Shanghai, he went 5 sets, went the full 5 before it was finally decided 6-4. So I suggest everybody kind of settle back, Hilda, and get comfortable.
Seen, you know, the score level 10-9-9. You know, so well, let's see how we go.
Yeah,
I think this could be another, 5-setter.
it could go the full 5. A full 5 rounder could go to a shoot-off. I know we will not see a sweep. It'll be interesting to see what Marcus D'Almeida does against either Rick Van der Ven or Brady Ellison in that gold medal match.
9.4.
So far today, D'Almeida really hasn't been challenged. He has just been that overpowering and that dominating.
Yep, right there.
These
Left
two
side of the net.
veterans,
Good job.
either one of them who gets into that gold medal match will put the youngster to the test. Brady with a slight advantage now.
9.0. Links op hoogte. Yep, right there. Good job.
Back to back.
Finish it off.
So Van der Ven in a bit of trouble right here. Brady needing just 8 points to take the set and grab a 3-1 lead. Going without sunglasses.
Yep.
10-10-10. Does it again. 10-10-10. He did that in the quarterfinals against Oh Jin Yek, and it turned the match around. Staying hydrated out here on a warm day in Switzerland. Everybody says Switzerland, you think it's going to be cold, we're going to be skiing in September. Nope. It is summertime
It's much warmer
weather.
than I anticipated it being. Yeah.
I think a lot of people didn't anticipate it being this warm, this sunny, but we've had beautiful, beautiful weather. And Brady going without the sunglasses, which might seem to be no big deal to a lot of people, but on a day like today,
Yeah, I noticed halfway through Aida Roman's match, she started off with her sunglasses on and then took them off.
and then took them off. Interesting. Van der Ven going with those orange glasses. A lot of the archers have gone to that now, believing that it helps them distinguish the different rings and have a little bit better definition, I
A bit more
suppose.
clarity, yeah, definition,
Yes.
that's the word.
So Rick's going to stay with the shades. Neither one has it made in the shade, at least not yet. Rick Van der Ven, great shot to start off this set. His coach, Ron van der Hoff, in the background.
Okay, nice shot. 9.5.
So now Van der Ven with the advantage, leading by 1 after the first shot. And the Dutchman dials up a 9 on his second attempt. Chance for Brady to tie up the set, which he does.
Full shaft at 10 o'clock. Nice shot.
Ellison leading 3-1. Here in the third set. And with 7 seconds to go, Van der Ven almost split that other arrow. That shows you the pinpoint precision that man is capable of,
Yep, right there.
as is Brady Ellison.
So Van der Ven says 10-10-9, take that, and Brady says, okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll see ya. I can't raise you, but I'll see ya. A battle royale here in Switzerland. 2 set points now for Rick van der Ven. 4 set points for Brady Ellison, who is on the brink of getting to the gold medal match if, and it's a big if, he can take this next set. 2 more points and it's over. And Brady Ellison will be on to the gold medal match against the 16-year-old Marcus D'Almeida. But I don't want to speak too soon. Rick van der Ven is not an easy man to eliminate. Number 3 in the world and number 1 on the World Cup Tour this year. Right now, Brady Ellison is in his zone. He's in a groove, and it's going good right now. The fans capturing some Kodak moments here. That sailed on him just a little bit. No harm done, though, as Brady can only come up with a 9. Aiming at that target, 70 meters away. Looks like he nicked the line. And they will post a 10. Just caught that line. Now, so far, Brady's been able to match that and does even better. X marks the spot. It's almost as though he feels challenged. Okay, you shot a 10? I'll shoot a 10.
I think that's a dangerous place to get Brady.
It's the game of 10s now. He cannot win it, but he can split the set points with another 10, and there it is. So they tie for the set. They split the points. It goes to 5-3. Ellison. So 5-3 is your score right now, as Rick van der Ven is fighting for his life. Put up 2 10s and a 9 and still couldn't win that set.
That's 2 sets that have been like that. So close.
Does frustration start to build in or creep in? You shoot that well, and you can't shake the other guy.
I think that's another thing where you have to train and practice so that it doesn't, because frustration isn't actually going to, you have to channel it into something positive.
Mm-hmm. The positive energy. Brady Ellison. Flying high himself right now here in Lausanne, Switzerland. But that can always change, and it can change quickly. Rick van der Ven knows he's got to win this set to force a shoot-off. Cannot afford to split any more sets. And Ellison knows if he wins this set, it's over. He's into the gold medal match. But right now, he's down by 1 in this 5th set. Van der Ven, a great competitor, as you can see by those first 2 shots.
There you go, right in there.
Brady battling back. But if Van der Ven puts this one in the center of the target, we're heading for the shoot-off. Oh, the door is open. The door is open. Will he walk through that door and into the gold medal match? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Rick van der Ven provided just that sliver of opportunity, and Brady Ellison is not one to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Absolutely not. That's what I said before. That's a dangerous place to put Brady. Is here you are. This is what you have to hit. You have to shoot a 10 to do this. I'd say 9 times out of 10, Brady does it.
Had Rick van der Ven been able to come up with a 10 on that third shot of that set. We're heading for a shoot-off, which would have been a lot of fun to see. But Brady Ellison comes through once again in the clutch. He did it in the quarterfinals. He does it here against a very tough competitor, Rick van der Ven, and sends van der Ven to the bronze medal match. But Brady Ellison puts it away and wins. They split the set, split the points, but all Brady needed was that 1 point, and he wins 6-4.
So every set there was drawn except for the second one. That's how close that match was.
You know, the more you watch this, and I love the emotional reaction from Brady Ellison. I love to see that. I think most fans do too. I think that's part of the reason he's so popular. Obviously, great talent, but also a lot of fun to watch. And a man who knows how to celebrate.
Yeah, you can join that. You can join in that, can't you?
That's true.
You get drawn into it.
We get to live vicariously. And now we will enjoy the Alpine horns. Just a little taste of the culture here in Switzerland. The Alpine Horns, who've been entertaining the fans all weekend long here along Lake Geneva. Hope we've been entertaining you as well with the pictures and descriptions of the World Cup Finals. Coming to you from Lausanne, Switzerland, here on World Archery TV. Along with Hilda Gibson from Great Britain, I'm Carl Archie from the United States. And we are getting set for the medal matches now. The semifinals are in the books. And who's that man behind the Foster Grants and that camera? The one, the only, Juan Carlos Olgado, who puts all of this together. I have absolutely no idea where he finds the energy to do everything that he does, but it is remarkable what he has done along with World Archery to stage these World Cup events all year long and then cap it off with a great World Cup final.
Absolutely mastermind. I mean, watching these finals fields be built and in relatively few numbers of hours to put on this spectacle is just fantastic.
So our hats off to Juan Carlos and the entire crew from World Archery for the job that they do, creating these venues and putting this all together and making it possible. And making it possible for us to bring it to you on World Archery TV. Now we get set for the bronze medal match, the women's bronze medal match. Tatiana Segana, who realizes that everything that she gets here really is a bonus, because she thought she was not coming to Switzerland, thought she was done after stage 4 in Poland, but due to one of the Korean archers dropping out, she was able to get this opportunity, made the most of it this morning with a big win in the quarterfinals and a shoot-off win over Zheng Desomi. Dropped her semifinal match just moments ago here this afternoon, but has really represented herself and her country very, very well, and now gets a chance at a bronze medal. She missed the bronze medal in Poland. Maybe she cashes in here.
Maybe. In
Switzerland. Certainly has that opportunity. So the bronze medal match about to get underway. Segana versus Zhu. Tatiana once again went to Poland knowing she had to at least win the bronze medal to qualify for the World Cup Finals. Lost to Ika Yuliana Rahmawati of Indonesia and thought her season was over, but then Zhu Hyun-jung of Korea dropped out of this field. Opted not to come to Lausanne, Switzerland. So Tatiana got the call. And Zhu Jing starts off with the 9. Silver medal for Zhu Jing in Shanghai and in Poland. Was hoping to get a shot at the gold medal here today, but that's not how the story played out. And right now, that's a tough start. Segana singing the blues as she lands in the 6 ring.
9.
And an early opportunity presented to Zhu Jing to move ahead in this match. Much better effort that time by Tatiana. Zhu Jing zings in another one. Opening set goes to the Chinese archer, Zhu Jing.
Better second 2 arrows there. She was really not happy at all with the first arrow. She hasn't found the 10 yet with the second 2, but they were better shots for Tatiana.
When you shoot a 6, do you just write that off as just an aberration, or, you know, just one of those things that happens?
I think people, archers at this level, I mean, you could see she wasn't happy with that. I think what you do is you go back to your shot routine and you start again, and you forget it. That's the thing to do. Forget it. Start again.
You really do forget it, huh?
Well, you
try. As a coach I know says, you play forward.
Precisely.
Play forward. Can't change the past. But she can certainly turn the match back towards her favor. Tatiana, much better shot that time. The 22-year-old who just became the new European champion, facing Zhu Jing, who's also in the 9 ring. For Segana, this would be her first individual World Cup outdoor medal. She was the silver medalist indoors this past year in Marrakesh. Advantage, Zhu Jing. Needing that 10, she comes through.
错，可以，挺好，挺好，挺好，挺好，挺好，没事，挺好。看看剑的分布。
So they tie in the set, split the points, and the score goes to 3-1. Zhu Jing breaking on top, 2-0 early on. And now after the split of that second set, Zhu Jing maintaining her 2-point lead. The irony, I think, for Tatiana Segana is that she lost to Zhu Hyun-jung in Antalya in the quarterfinals, but at the end of the day, it was Zhu Hyun-jung's decision not to come here that allowed Tatiana Segana to accept the offer to be here and get to this bronze medal match. You never know how it's going to work out, do you?
Nope, you never know. What goes around comes around.
Exactly.
You know.
So many twists and turns and this long road that is the World Cup outdoor season that literally takes these archers all around the world. China, South America, Colombia, Turkey, Poland, now Switzerland. In past years, last year, the World Cup Finals in France. Before that, Tokyo. Before that, Istanbul. Used to have a stage in the United States in Ogden, Utah. I know that they're hoping in Utah to hopefully host a stage once again, somewhere down the road. Tatiana in a bit of trouble right now, especially after Zhu Jing finds the center ring for a second time in this set. 7-9-9, 25 points, so 6 or better gives Zhu a 4-point lead in the match, and there it is, jackpot for Zhu Jing.
下局就按这样打啊，好吗？啊。
Tatiana certainly seems to have gone off the boil compared with her form this morning. It's not happening for a moment. Whereas Zhu has, kept the level from this morning and kept it going.
So is that just mental? Is it just psychological? It's not a physical thing, is it?
It's unlikely to be. I mean, unless there's something the matter with her equipment or something, but it's probably more just not completing a shot, or just not quite that edge that she had this morning.
Well, the intensity and the pressure has been there on every single shot in every match for both of these archers, Zhu Jing and Tatiana Segana of the Russian Federation. Zhu Jing bearing up under the pressure and under the heat of a sweltering Swiss sun. Who thought you'd ever say that? The silver medalist on the beach in Belek last year, Zhu Jing, starts off with a 9 in this, the 4th set. All she needs to do is split this set to win the bronze medal. And Tatiana Segana not putting up a whole lot of resistance right now. But she's fortunate because that's a pair of 9s as well, although you think it's outside?
I think it's out.
I do too. A little surprised the asterisk has been posted there. And there's Segana posting a 10. So yeah, a little bit of resistance put up by Tatiana here in this set. And the set does go to Tatiana Segana. So she hangs on, and she has a heartbeat. Still alive. 5 set points for Zhu Jing. 3 for Tatiana Segana of the Russian Federation.
So if she would put that last arrow in the 10, she would have got a point.
A point, split the set. It'd be over, and we'd be on to the next match.
Yep.
As it is, we play on here in this bronze medal match for the women at the World Cup Finals 2014, Lausanne, Switzerland. Along with Great Britain's Hilda Gibson, I'm Carl Archie. And you know exactly who you are and where you are. Whether it's the nighttime, the daytime, the morning, we welcome you in. If you're just joining us, where have you been? You have missed some great action. As those of you who have been with us all along know full well. More than our share of shoot-offs here today. And Tatiana seems to have gotten things figured out now. Staging a comeback, at least she hopes it's a comeback. Zhu Jing trying to hold her off. Sagana, another 10. Back to back she goes. Zhu comes through. All of a sudden, nobody can miss. And just as I say that, she puts herself in jeopardy. This could be it. Zhu Jing going for the bronze medal. Needs a 9, gets the 9, it's over, and she is good as bronze. The bronze medal goes to China, and Zhu Jing is Tatiana Sagana, who had shot 10s on her first 2 shots, left herself wide open with that 8, and Zhu Jing, again, an opportunist, takes advantage of that and collects the medal. So it's been really a very, very productive, good summer for Zhu Jing, who before 2012, well, most of her World Cup medals had come in team events, but this summer, a silver in Shanghai, a silver in Poland, and now a bronze medal here at the World Cup Finals. That's not bad, Hilda.
That's pretty good going. Three medals in the World Cup, bronze in the final.
It's difficult.
I think most archers would take that.
Oh, I think so. I've always contended that, you know, people should be commended just for getting to this point where they can shoot for a medal, because it's so hard to get here.
And remember, you know, Tatiana in that last match, you know, it was only 1 arrow at the end that, you know, it could have continued. So she shot at a very high level, not quite as consistently as Xu, but fantastic shooting from both of them.
So Zhu Jing wins by the count of 7-3, and will collect the bronze medal in just a few moments. But we've still got some more business to take care of here along the shores of Lake Geneva in Lausanne, Switzerland. The women's gold medal match just around the corner, and then the men's bronze and gold medal matches as well. So the rest of the story yet to be written here in Switzerland. So stay with us as we head down the stretch, our final 3 matches of the day.
Oh.
Beautiful Lake Geneva right behind the grandstands here in Lausanne, Switzerland. And the Alps in the background. Oh. Of the IOC, yes. Thomas Bach, the IOC president, on hand. As the pleasure ships continue to cruise around Lake Geneva for the fans. Very creative, finding some ways to stay out of the sun. That's a new one. I'll have to remember that. Lots of sunblock required today. Good to have the president of the IOC on hand for the World Cup Finals. World Archery Federation, headquartered here in Lausanne, Switzerland, just up the street from the IOC. Now we get set for the gold medal match. And back once again for a 3rd time, actually a 4th time today, is Aida Roman of Mexico. She has been a busy, busy lady. She participated in the quarterfinals this morning, then the mixed team gold medal match, came back out for her semifinal match, and now she's in the gold medal match. So 4 matches here today on Recurve Sunday in Switzerland. Her day started off with a rousing 6-5 shoot-off win over Lisa Unruh of Germany. Then in the semifinals, after winning a mixed team gold medal, in the semifinals, Aida, in a seesaw battle with Zhu Jing, came out on top 6-4, and now she faces another Chinese archer, a great Chinese archer, Cheng Ming of China. 9-3 in match play this year. Her highest finish in World Cup play on this season. A silver medal in Antalya, Turkey, where she lost in the gold medal match 6-2 to Shanghai Jin. But here she is, trying to win another World Cup gold medal to go along with the one that she captured 3 years ago in Istanbul. Been competing internationally since 2010, and Cheng Ming will be on target number 2. Aida Roman on target number 1. Mexico versus China. Cheng Ming to shoot first. And opens up with a very good shot. Anything you can do. Close, but not quite. Just outside that 10 ring. With only 15 shots, every arrow is critical. But the 9 by Cheng Ming, countered by the 9 from Aida Roman. So no harm done. And the pressure on Roman right now. Anything less than 10, and it is less than 10, means the first set goes to Cheng Ming, who leads 2-0. So Cheng Ming moves ahead in this match, 2-0. As we said, Cheng Ming started her day with a resounding come-from-behind win against Elena Richter of Germany. Richter won the first 2 sets in their quarterfinal match and was up 4-0. Then Cheng Ming reeled off 3 straight sets that she won to win the match 6-4. Then this afternoon in the semifinals, won a 6-5 shoot-off against Tatiana Segana. So she's come from behind, she's won a shoot-off, and now she's matched up against Aida Roman. Roman won the Mexican Grand Prix a year ago. And now just catches the line. That leaks out into the red zone. And some debate as to whether it's a 9 or a 10 for Roman, but nonetheless, she still has the lead early on in this set.
9.9 derecha.
We could be tied at 18 if Roman's first shot is a 9 indeed. We'll find out from the judge. Aida going through her routine. So will it be 3 9s or 2 9s and a 10? That could be a critical call. So unofficially, it is tied. So we'll sit back, we'll wait, we'll be patient. They may have split the set. It may be 1 point to Aida, and it may be 1 point to Cheng Ming. But let's see what they do if they change that 9 to a 10. It looked to us as though, well, apparently they have ruled it a 10 because the match is now tied at 2-all. Tied up at 2 apiece. They changed the 9 to a 10 on the first shot of the second set for Aida Roman. And we're back to even right now at 2 apiece. Ms. Cheng with a 9 to start off the third set. Just about the same spot for Aida. Who turns her head away and does not watch Cheng Ming as she takes this shot. Focused on her own business and the task at hand. Going through the same routine she uses on just about every shot. Hilda, what do you think?
I think that one's out.
We'll know in a few moments. So again, unofficially, they're tied at 18 apiece. Now, if she can come up with a 10, it's a moot point.
9.
Nothing's ever clear-cut or easy, is it? So the judge will have to once again check, and I'm not sure what Aida is talking to the judge about here at this end.
They've already decided, because you can't mark the arrows till they've decided, so nobody's allowed to touch the arrow or the target face until the score has been taken.
It still looked as, we took a look at it with that camera angle, as though it was out. If it was, they split the set and the points. And that is indeed the case.
Is it? So Aida is doing well with the line cutters.
Did they count it as 9 or 10?
A 10, I believe.
Let's see.
Isn't it?
I think
no,
they
it
counted it as a 9.
So it
yes.
was out. Yeah.
Yes, it was out.
It was out. But Aida's asked about something, but I don't know what she's asked about.
Yeah, there's
But
something down there that I think is maybe distracting her as she's looking at that target 70 meters away. I think the archers can deal with the blasts of the horns from the ships leaving the harbor. I think they can deal with the motorcycles gunning their engines on the street behind us on La Place de Navigation. But I think if there's something down there that is distracting her in her line of sight, that's maybe a different matter altogether.
It's very difficult if something is, your eye is drawn to movement. So if you're aiming at the target and then something is moving in the periphery, your eye is drawn to that naturally, so it is distracting.
And I think that's what our judges are trying to straighten out right now, determine what's going on.
It's looking like this problem has been taken care of. Small technical issues, and we have resolved this issue, and we'll be coming back to you in just one
Once
moment.
again, an opportunity to watch the form of an Olympic silver medalist. And how do you get to shoot that way? Practice, practice, practice.
And then more practice.
And then more practice. Muscle memory, repetitions. And the same goes for Cheng Ming.
9, no.
who I'm sure puts in just as much work, maybe more. All tied 3-all after the first 3 sets. Nothing's been decided yet here in this gold medal match.
9.9. Muy bien.
Each of these marksmen with a 9 on their first attempt.
9,
Sin duda, Aida.
Can Roman take advantage? Yes, she can. There's the answer to that question.
no.
27 points.
Concéntrate, Aida. Hasta el final.
Now she can't win the match, but she can certainly put herself in the driver's seat and pick up 2 points. It's a 9, and that should do it. Yep. 9 on the line. Could be a 10.
Yeah, could be a 10.
Could
Doesn't
be a
matter.
10.
Even a 9 is a set.
So the advantage swings to Aida Roman of Mexico. Roman vying for the gold medal. Last year finished 7th in Paris at the World Cup Finals in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower. Now here in Switzerland,
¿Vale? Sí. Hasta última flecha.
she's
todo.
got Cheng Ming a little hot under the collar. The temperature rising, and it was warm to start with,
No sale.
but the pressure builds. Of course, Cheng Ming's been in this spot before.
Tirar sin duda con confianza, ¿vale?
Cheng Ming trying to hang on and survive while Aida Roman trying to close her out. And that takes certain skill too in any sport. Finishing it off, closing somebody out.
Yep. Not relaxing too soon.
Nope.
Keeping going.
The pedal to the metal. The women's gold medal match in recurve competition at the World Cup Finals 2014. Along with Hilda Gibson from Great Britain, Carl Archery. As Cheng Ming fights to stay alive, fighting hard. That survival instinct kicking in. Roman wanting to go for the jugular.
9, no.
Just outside the 10 ring.
9.9 a las 5.
It's not a game of inches. It's a game of centimeters, millimeters. It's also a game of,
Millimeters.
yeah, and a game of tens.
Hasta el final, concentración.
That target is 70 meters away. Looks a lot closer on television.
Es que
Beautiful shot by Aida Roman. A golden moment for her.
9, no.
Oh boy.
última flecha, concentración.
She could have tied it up at 5-all, guaranteed her.
Sin duda.
But if Aida comes up with a 10 right here, they split, and Aida wins the gold medal. She needs a 10 to win it. Can she get it done? Done deal! Done deal. Seals the deal. Aida Roman. Muy caliente. Muy bueno. Aida Roman, what a performance, not just in this match, but all day long.
Excellent performance. And really, every time she's really had to hit the middle, she's done it.
The opportunity was provided by Cheng Ming. Cheng Ming with 2 10s to start that end and just missed a 10 on her 3rd shot. And that allows Aida Roman to set off a wild celebration as she comes through. And on her final shot, it's a 10 They tie for the set at 29 apiece, split the points, but all Aida needed was that one extra point to get to 6. And she wins by the final score of 6-4 in thrilling fashion here in Lausanne, Switzerland.
And that was a great final again, going to 5 sets. Really, really close match. Good match.
Great competition. Two great competitors going head to head. And there's such a premium. In any match, there's a premium on every arrow. But especially when you get to this point, as the sun shimmers on Lake Geneva here in Switzerland, it's shining brightly right now on Aida Roman. Congratulations to her, and also congratulations to Cheng Ming, who also put up quite a fight and gets the silver medal.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, very high quality shooting. From
High quality indeed. So the ladies are done for the day, and we're on to our final 2 matches now in recurve competition. This is the men's bronze medal match, and it will be Germany's Florian Kalun facing Denmark's, or I should say, excuse me, the Netherlands' Rick van der Ven. Once again, we'll give you the stats on Florian Kalun, 21 years old. Ranked 6th on the World Cup circuit, 4th in the world. Started off the season in Nîmes, or ended the indoor season, I should say, in Nîmes by finishing 5th. Then went outdoors, finished 9th. Picked up 5 points at Shanghai, stage 1. Was 33rd in Medellin and was ranked 78th in the world after Colombia, so really wasn't on the radar screen, not the same way that Rick van der Ven was on the radar screen right from the get-go. But that win in Antalya for Florian Kalun certainly shot him up in the world rankings and got him here to the World Cup Finals, where now he will battle Rick van der Ven, number 1 in the world on the World Cup Tour, that is, number 3 in the world rankings overall. And so Rick van der Ven, who at one point has held all 4 European titles, outdoor, indoor, individual, and team. Arguably the finest recurve archer in Europe. Van der Ven this morning in the quarterfinals, a 6-2 win over Adrian Faber of Switzerland, and then lost a thrilling match with Brady Ellison in the semifinals. No shame in that. So Van der Ven to go first. Trying to pick up a bronze medal here in Lausanne. Pair of pinpoint shots to start off this match. So that's how it's going to be.
9.2, rechtshoog.
Kalund with another 10.
Tino, 10.3.
So a 9, and they'll split a 10, and he wins. Jackpot for Florian Kalun, who hits all 3 right in the center of the target, puts his stamp on that center ring and raises the bar and wins the first 2 set points. So Florian Kalun with the early lead. Let's talk about his bow situation a little bit.
I was going to say he's gone back to the first bow, and it all seems to be fine. His equipment challenges, whatever they were, have been sorted out in the break.
Going back to his semi-final match against Marcus de Almeida, Florian Kalun at one point went to his backup bow, and then we believe he went back to his first bow. So he switched a couple of times during that match, which he lost in straight sets to Marcus de Almeida 6-0. Of course, had to use his spare bow. We've mentioned that already during the course of our broadcast today. Had to use that spare bow in Antalya to secure the gold medal there over Kuban Chan.
9,7 laag.
Kalund with the early 2-0 lead. And right now on a bit of a roll. That's 4 straight 10s for Florian Kalund.
Negen punt 3 rechts.
5 in a row. He's got our attention. And I'm sure the point is not lost on Rick van der Ven, who appears to have hit the line. Going for 6 straight 10s. Germany's Florian Kalund. I spoke too soon.
And how quickly it can turn. So rather than winning that set, he's drawn that set. So
now, if this was compound archery, those 5 straight 10s,
they would count for more.
For more.
Yeah.
But in the set system, which has its own advantages, all it buys him is 28 points, the 2 10s and the 8. Matches the 2 9s and the 10 by Rick van der Ven in that second set. And as Hilda Gibson mentioned, they split the set, tie in the set, split the points, and it's 3-1 now in favor of the German archer, going for the bronze medal here at his very first World Cup Finals. Van der Ven to shoot first. The man who finished 4th in London at the Olympic Games just missed a bronze medal there. Defeated Im Dong-hyun of Korea, but then lost the bronze medal to Dai Zhao in a shoot-off. Hoping not to lose out on a bronze medal opportunity here in Switzerland.
9.
Kalund, who started his day with a 6-4 5-set win over Pierre Plion of France.
10 laag, op de randtek. Prima.
Par has been raised for Florian Kalund. But typically when that's happened today, we've seen people raise their performance level as well. And of course, Florian Kalund does that. Tied at 19 now in the 3rd set. Final shot of this set.
Goed jongen.
And van der Ven is on his game right now, finding that sweet spot with a pair of 10s to end this 3rd set. But Kalund matches him.
Yeah, Florian seems to certainly come out with new vigor following his semi-final match.
After being swept by Marcus de Almeida, 6-0, Florian Kalund locked in a battle right now with Rick van der Ven, and he's holding van der Ven at bay right now as they've split the last 2 sets, and the score goes to 4-2 now in favor of Florian Kalund of Germany. A win over Pierre Plion in the quarters, a loss to Marcus de Almeida in the semis. What will it be here in the bronze medal match? And in these bronze medal matches, only one's going to go home with a medal. You get to the gold medal match, you're assured of a medal. You're not assured of which color it will be, but you know you're going home with something. Neither one of these men wants to go home empty-handed. High angle shot of the left-hander. from the left side, Rick van der Ven of the Netherlands. The Dutchman deals a 9.
9. No.
Just does catch the line. And that's all he needed for the 9. The shadow's starting to grow here.
10 op de rand, hoog. Goed zo.
Van der Ven hoping to win one of these sets outright.
9.
And he's got an opportunity now. If he does, he can tie the match up at 4-all. A 10 right here would salt this away, at least this set, and tie the match at 4 apiece.
9.
9 rechts hoog.
And a 10 right here from Florian Kalund means they split the set again. No, not going to happen. So the set does go to Rick van der Ven, 28-27.
Yep. So it's all square again.
It's all about grit. It's all about hanging in there, sticking around, hanging around, getting to a point where at the end of the match or any sporting event, you make that play, you make that shot.
I mean, these guys are shooting at the highest level. To the extent that you're waiting for the final arrow to know, is it going to be, can they equal or win the set? And just 1 point making all the difference. Very close.
Now it comes down to a question of who's going to blink first.
Wow.
Although it'll be tough to tell. They've got those dark sunglasses on. The dark sunglasses preferred by Florian Kalund as Elena Richter watches from the grandstands. Rick van der Ven going with the orange glasses. So many of the archers seem to have gone to this year.
Ja, zeker,
And they
jongen.
help him spot the center of the target.
Great shot.
He had a bead on that X and put it right in the middle. Kalund off the mark, just barely. Advantage van der Ven. Two more 10s, and the bronze is his. There's the second one. Kalund trying to play catch up. And 9's not going to help.
And he knows.
Van der Ven for the bronze. A 10 right here gives him the set and the match. 10 set match. It's over. Bronze medal goes to the Netherlands. Rick van der Ven coming from behind to win this match against Germany's Florian Kalund, who has to be disappointed. Florian had the early lead, 2-0, still led 3-1 after the second set, 4-2 after the third set. But Rick van der Ven able to finally win the fourth set and the fifth set, and he comes back to win it 6-4, and he will go home with the bronze medal.
So although Florian came out and did those 5 10s to start with, you know,
That flurry, yeah.
yeah, that was the beginning of the match. The match isn't over because of the set system, and Rick van der Ven was able to come back into the match.
I would suppose some archers might get flustered seeing their opponent do that. Rick van der Ven, though, not flustered at all. Just stayed with his game plan and worked his way back into the match.
I think he's done this enough times to know that's what you have to do.
It's not his first rodeo. Nope, he's been here before. So great performance by Rick van der Ven of the Netherlands. And Rick van der Ven comes away with the bronze medal. And we congratulate him on that. Also, hats off to Florian Kalund for a great performance.
And again, it's gone to 5 sets. A great match. Shows how close the competitors are to one another.
So
yeah, Van der Ven
now,
had to win that. Really had to win it.
So now we get set for the final match of the day, the final match of the weekend. And what an interesting matchup and pairing this is. You've got the Brady Ellison, who's the veteran, against the 16-year-old newcomer, the young gun. And we are going to have ourselves a shootout here in the gold medal match, just off Lake Geneva, here in Lausanne, Switzerland. So experience, although I guess I should mention that Brady Ellison is only going to be 26 in October.
Yeah, we're talking about him as a veteran.
Yeah.
And he's got 10 years.
He's not ready for the old folks home just yet.
No. Oh, dear.
I may be, but Brady's not.
No. I mean, an archery is a sport where you can go on for many, many years. So, but there is 10 years between these two. It's just amazing.
So when Brady Ellison was getting his driver's license, let's see, Marcus D'Almeida was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Yep, One way of putting it in perspective. Well, this young man has dazzled this crowd all day long. Nobody has won a set against him so far. He swept his first match against the American Jake Kaminsky. Then in his semifinal match, he swept Florian Kalund. And now he goes up against Brady Ellison of the United States, #1 in the world a year ago. 2 team medals so far this World Cup season, but to this point, no individual World Cup medals in 2014. He's going to get one now. It's just a matter of whether it's gold or silver. Brady with a 6-5 come from behind shoot-off win against Ocean Yek in the Recurve quarterfinals this morning. Then this afternoon, Brady going up against Rick van der Ven in the semifinals and winning it 6-4. Had to go to 5 sets to get it done, but he got it done. Now facing the youngest competitor ever in a World Cup final, Marcus D'Almeida, 16 years old, 10th in the world, and #2 on the World Cup circuit this summer. And has yet to lose a single set. Has shot 6 sets in the first 2 matches and has won them all. But starts off high out in the red zone. Don't want to do that against somebody like Brady Ellison, who's got a determined look on his eye.
Half a shaft out. Let's go. That was good.
It appears as though he picks up the dime right there. Dime on the line. And D'Almeida with a dime of his own. Back to Brady. And he floats one outside into the red zone.
High left. Correct.
I guess D'Almeida has not read Brady Ellison's press clippings. He's not intimidated at all. Brady's got to have a 10 right here, and he gets it.
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, folks. Here we go again. Sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves, because I think we're in for a great, great match. And that is the first set that he has not won outright so far today, Marcus D'Almeida.
So he's now drawn 1 set.
Brady Ellison, Marcus D'Almeida here on World Archery, along with Hilda Gibson from Great Britain and Carl Archie from the United States. So D'Almeida splits that first set. His opening shot was an 8, but he recovered with 2 10s. Brady sandwiching 2 10s around an 8. So here comes D'Almeida.
Okay, nice long shot here, Brady. You got this.
A 9 for Brady.
Nice, smooth, your tempo, fast tempo.
So after each shot, a pair of 9s in the opening set. Back-to-back 9s for D'Almeida.
9.
And back-to-back
above it.
9s for Brady. Or I should say both shot a pair of 10s in the opening set. And Dalmeida working quickly.
Get this one.
3 straight 9s. Opportunity for Ellison. And usually, when given this chance, he takes advantage. Brady locks in, but can't zero in, and it's an 8. He loses the set, and Dalmeida wins it. And he will take a 3-1 lead. The 16-year-old Marcus Dalmeida, when you look at his season, started off in Shanghai with a trio of 9th place finishes, didn't pick up any World Cup points, lost to Pierre Plion in the 1/8 round. Then in Medellin, he lost to Kim Woo Jin in the quarterfinals, did acquire 13 World Cup points, got to Antalya, lost to Kubonchan in the quarterfinals, added 10 more World Cup points, and then picked up 15 more World Cup points in Poland, where he scored a 6-0 win over Jake Kaminski, lost to Mauro Nespoli in the semifinals, and then lost 6-2 in a bronze medal match to Jean-Charles Valadon. So he really has not medaled yet this year. His first medal could be a World Cup final gold medal.
9. No.
Of course, Brady Ellison's gonna have a lot to say about that.
9. No.
Last one was a great shot. There's no one that's like it.
Dalmeida leading 3-1 early in the 3rd set.
There you go. Half a shaft at 11.
Just barely grazing that line for a 10. And Brady now with the advantage here in this 3rd set. Both of these men working quickly in their rhythm. Not taking much time, not overthinking it.
right
And
there.
Brady Ellison has indeed wrapped
That was
up
about a
this
second
3rd
fastest
set.
piece.
He'll pick up 2 points despite the 10 by Dalmeida. He'll come up a point short. And so the 2 set points go to Brady Ellison, and we are indeed tied at 3-all. So Brady Ellison handing Marcus Dalmeida his first loss of the day in set play.
Yep.
That's the 9th set he has shot,
Yes.
and it's the first one he's dropped. And it wasn't by much, it was by 1
It was
point.
by 1 point, and he shot 10-9-9 and lost the set.
How many 16-year-olds have you seen in your long, long career here in this sport that could do what Marcus Dalmeida is doing?
Never. Never. It's amazing.
Unprecedented?
Unprecedented, absolutely.
Write the name down, mark it down, keep an eye on him, follow him. You get the feeling he's going to be a big star in Rio in 2 years, when he'll be 18 years old and have even more experience, more training, more practice.
9. No.
Brady and Dalmeida counter-punching right now.
Strong shot here.
No.
Each one looking for the knockout blow.
9.
We're starting to move a little left, a lot of our
No.
arms.
But right now they're just parrying.
9.
There
No.
you go. You're on the
So
other side.
3 straight 9s for Dalmeida.
Ten.
Oh, almost. So close. So close. Another centimeter or two, and
Yeah, 1 more centimetre would have done it.
it would have been on that line, yeah. Instead, they split the set. And they split the points, and we're still tied at 4-all. You know what, though? I think this is the way it's supposed to be, Hilda. I really do.
It is the World Cup final.
It is the World Cup final.
So
No, that was good.
It
It's,
has the drama.
There
It's
was
got the
just like a
suspense.
fiddling out.
I think think all these medal matches so far, they've all been great matches, which is what you would expect at this level. These guys are not going to give up anything lightly. They want to go out there and take it.
Well, everybody knows how competitive Brady Ellison is and what a fighter he is. We're just finding out about Marcus Vinicius de Almeida of Brazil. And he is showing the world how much fight he's got in him and how much ability he's got. Tall, rangy young man, about 6'2", and is it on the line or outside?
I think it's in.
If it's in, it's 9 points. Ellison, bingo.
Right there you go. Now we know what to do.
Brady breaking on top here in the 5th set.
Okay, another strong shot, just like your first one.
D'Almeida breaking back.
Yep, one more like
Brady,
that.
bingo
This
again.
last run being 10.
If he runs the table, he wins the gold medal. D'Almeida,
Okay.
ooh,
Nice and
needed
strong,
a 10 to really give himself an opportunity. Right now, it's just 9 or better for Brady Ellison to pick up the gold medal. Can he get it done? An 8! An 8! Can you believe it? I saw it, but I'm not sure I believe it.
One strong shot.
We're tied at 5.
Okay.
And Marcus D'Almeida, at least for the moment, is off the hook.
Well, except for the net, he's now on the hook for a 1 arrow shoot-off.
Or 1 arrow shoot off, yes.
So this is going to be very interesting.
Brady Ellison
That,
won't usually let that pass him by, and
Brady, you want my base
D'Almeida,
for the shoot-off?
I'm not sure if that's a look of relief or pain.
I think that's when he just shot his
own shot, yeah.
His 9, his second 9.
I don't think that was the reaction after Brady's 8. But Ellison shoots an 8. All he needed was a 9, and he'd have been high-fiving Mel and everybody in the house. Instead, we go to the 1 arrow shoot-off. Now, earlier in the day, Brady Ellison started his day with a 1 arrow shoot-off against no less than the Olympic champion, Oh Jin-hyek, and he was able to defeat Oh Jin-hyek in the 1 arrow shoot-off and win that quarterfinal match 6-5. Can he do it again against Marcus D'Almeida? D'Almeida looking for his first outdoor World Cup medal of the season. Will it be silver? Will it be gold? Now again, who gets to go first? We'll find out. Erica Jones on the edge of her seat, along with Rio Wild. The American cheering section.
Yep.
Just as anxious as everybody else as D'Almeida and Ellison approach the line. 1 shot, winner take all, closest to the center to decide the match. D'Almeida getting to go first. Will it be an advantage? It's a 9. So he's at the mercy of Brady Ellison. Ellison for the gold, and he got it. Brady Ellison comes through in the shoot-off. And a subdued Brady Ellison. Maybe overtaken by the emotion of the moment. He knows he was in a great match with that 16-year-old youngster. Maybe I shouldn't say a youngster. He's just a great shooter. And look at that. The comparison there. It shows you just how close those 2 shots really were, but you could tell from our vantage point that Brady shot closer to that 10 ring. And the 2 immediately posing for the pictures, Dean Alberga of World Archery, the great photographer, capturing this moment for eternity. And years from now, both of these men will look back on that and have great memories. But what a moment for Brady Ellison of the United States. doffs his cap, acknowledges the crowd. And I think his initial reaction was one of humility, actually, I thought, Hilda. Just
Absolutely.
grateful for that win.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he got the arrow closer to the center. It wasn't a great shot. I think that was probably why it was like, oh, okay. But a fantastic match. A privilege to have watched it. It's a really great match.
I feel the same way. What a match. We will remember that for years and years to come. Brady Ellison in the shoot-off, finally able to get the best of Marcus D'Almeida. D'Almeida, wow, what can you say about him? A young man that won the first 2 matches of the day in straight sets, hadn't dropped a single set until the 3rd set of this match against Brady Ellison. Brady was able to finally break the ice and break through, tied the match up after falling behind. He tied it at 3-all. They split the next set to remain tied at 4-4. Then they split the 5th set after Brady Ellison missed his opportunity to finish off D'Almeida, but Brady shot an 8 on his final shot, and that kept things going, sent us to the shoot-off, and Brady Ellison comes through with a 9 that was just a little bit better than Marcus Vinicius D'Almeida's. And as the result, Brady Ellison will be the one atop the victory podium here in Lausanne, Switzerland. I don't know about you, Hilda, but I'm exhausted. And I didn't shoot a single arrow.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I mean, D'Almeida, even when he drew one set and then lost that next set, he still was shooting really well. He just wasn't quite enough 10s when you're against an opponent like Brady.
But it's so impressive that he was not in awe of Brady Ellison. He was not backing down at all. He came out, in fact, took the lead early in the match, went up 3-1, and gave Brady everything he could handle and more, I thought.
Absolutely, and even then when it went to it went to 3-3, he still hung on and he still hung on, and then it was only beaten by 2 centimeters.
And it's a great thing, I think, too, for a Brazilian archer to come here and do this in the World Cup Finals. Rio, obviously, 2 years down the road, only builds interest in his home country, which obviously is going to be interested in every sport in the Olympics, soccer, obviously, football primarily, but now this young man will be on the sports page. I think he'll get his name in the headlines tomorrow.
I think he will. And as you say, that builds interest for 2016. And people will start to follow him, will be interested in archery.
And this will only fuel his fire as well. Coming off of this, I can only imagine a 16-year-old who's just done what he's done is going to be even fired up even more to go back, practice more, compete more, get out there on the world stage even more, and really get himself ready for 2016.
Absolutely, to come back with that edge, to have that bit more of an edge to beat Brady, because that's really what Brady had today. He had that tiny, tiny bit of an edge.
And so impressive, too, from Brady Ellison's perspective. I mean, he goes through the season, and I think Brady would be the first to tell you, hasn't been his best year out there.
No.
Had not won any individual medals till right now. Had only 2 team medals to his credit. Started the season in Shanghai, finished 5th, where he lost to Rick van der Ven. Went to Medellin, lost to Lee Sung-yun of Korea in the quarterfinals. Finished 17th in Antalya. Then in Poland, he lost to Maro Nespoli in the quarterfinals to finish 5th. So hadn't medaled at all in those 4 stages. But he comes here, and I guess that's the sign of a great athlete in any sport. When it's really, it matters most, that's when you really buckle down and you come through.
Yep.
And he did that today.
And you deliver it on the day. Absolutely.
And that's what champions do, and Brady Ellison is the champion here at the World Cup Finals. And I've got a feeling we'll have a very nice celebration tonight here in Lausanne. It's been a productive weekend for the Americans. Brady Ellison winning the men's recurve gold medal. Yesterday, Rio Wild and Bridger Deaton with good performances, as goes for Erica Jones as well. Erica Jones with a silver medal in the compound competition. Rio also winning a bronze medal, as he was able to defeat Peter Elzinga in the men's compound bronze medal match. Then Bridger Deaton came out and did what he did. And Dr. Thomas Bach, so glad to have the president of the International Olympic Committee on hand, as well as the president of the organizing committee here in Lausanne on hand to present the medals. And of course, Christophe Generet, the Longines brand manager. Longines all season long presenting a watch at each of the 4 stages to the winner of the Longines Prize for Precision. It changed with each stage, and a different division was awarded that watch. The most 10s by an archer in that division at that stage. So we begin the presentation of the medals to the women in recurve archery. Zhu Jing of China, who started her day with a 6-2 win over Natalie Dielen of Switzerland. Then in the semifinals, dropped a 6-4 decision to Aida Roman, but recovered, bounced back. And in the women's bronze medal match, she defeated Tatiana Segana of Russia 7-3 to earn her bronze medal. China picking up the silver medal as well. Cheng Ming, who had to recover from a slow start in the quarterfinal match against Elena Richter from Germany, but then reeled off victories in 3 straight sets to win the match 6-4. Got into the semifinals and was matched up against Aida Roman. And Roman with the victory 6-4 in the gold medal match. But 10,000 Swiss francs and a silver medal, not a bad consolation prize for Cheng Ming.
Yeah, not a bad day at the office, really.
Actually, a pretty good day at the office.
I think so.
But a great day at the office for the pride of Mexico, Aida Roman. She has been a busy, busy girl. 4 events today. The quarterfinals, the semifinals, the gold medal match, and this is the 2nd gold medal on the day. Of course, she teamed up with Luis Eduardo Velez to win the mixed team gold medal, and now has a matching gold medal to go along with that, not to mention a very nice watch from Longines. A gracious winner, Aida Roman, the silver medalist in London at the Olympics and the gold medalist here in Lausanne, Switzerland at the 2014 World Cup Final. Aida Roman's name will be in the headlines in Mexico tomorrow. No doubt about that. Mexico really becoming one of the major players in the sport of world archery. And of course, as we've mentioned throughout the broadcast today, we'll mention it again for those of you who may just be joining us. Mexico will be hosting the World Cup Final next year. Aida Roman, I'm sure, would love to be atop the victory podium a year from now down in Mexico City. And Mexico City, as Zhu Jing adjusts Cheng Ming's cap. That's what teammates are for, I suppose. And Mexico City, as I was saying, will host the World Championships in 2017, the World Championships next year, which will be in the middle of the season, not the end of the season as they were last year in Belek, Antalya, Turkey. But next year, I think it's in July, and will be at Christianborg Palace in Copenhagen, which will be an equally breathtaking setting, I'm sure. So looking forward to the World Championship a year from now in Copenhagen. And a trip to Mexico City as well for the World Cup Final. So our congratulations to Aida Roman, Cheng Ming, and Zhu Jing, China, picking up 2 of the medals. But the top prize goes to Mexico's Aida Roman. And now the presentation of the medals to the Recurve men. Professor Dr. Erdner from Turkey, who has won a 3rd term as the president of World Archery and has just been appointed to the executive board of the IOC, along with Danielle Brelaz, the mayor of Lausanne. Handing over some big paychecks, nice watches, trophies, medals. To the victor goes the spoils. And of course, if you want to see more pictures, great pictures from Dean Alberga, go to worldarchery.org. Also go to the Facebook page for World Archery. A lot of the great still photographs taken by Dean Alberga will be featured there. Rick van der Ven. Strong performance in the bronze medal match. Watched his opponent, Florian Kalund, start off the match with 5 straight 10s, but that didn't fluster Rick van der Ven. He came back, won the bronze medal. Marcus Vinicius de Almeida, a name to remember, a face to remember. And this has been a weekend to remember for that young man. Oh, and there's a box of chocolates too. I forgot about that.
Yes, Swiss chocolates.
We are in Switzerland, yes.
Swiss chocolates.
Which reminds me, I need to bring some home. And on top of the podium, back on top again, from the United States of America, Mr. Brady Ellison. What a day for Brady. 6-5 shoot-off win over Ojinjek in the quarters. Then in the semis, a 6-4 hard-fought win over Rick van der Ven. And then in the gold medal match, a 6-5 shoot-off win over the upstart from Brazil, Marcus Vinicius de Almeida. What time is it? It's Brady Ellison time. That's what time it is. And now the national anthem of the United States of America. There were many golden moments on the day for Brady Ellison. He was in the 10 ring a lot of the time, but that perhaps was the greatest golden moment of the entire weekend and the entire season, to be quite honest with you, for Brady Ellison of the United States. After failing to pick up an individual medal throughout the entire World Cup season, all of that is washed away and all of that is forgotten as he wins the World Cup gold medal here in Lausanne, Switzerland. Carl Archie along with Hilda Gibson, and we certainly hope you've enjoyed our coverage here on World Archery TV. What will you take away from this weekend the most, Hilda?
I think the quality of the matches. You know, well, first of all, the sunshine, which I wasn't expecting. But then just the quality of the matches, just how many of those matches went to 5 sets, how many of them resulted in shoot-offs, and even the ones that went to 4 sets, just how close all the matches were and how many points. Just the level is so high.
I think it attests to the mental fortitude of archers at this level now, and archery is only getting tougher and stronger.
Absolutely, and you can see that. You can see that, they go out there, they're used to this environment. They go out there, there were very few of them that faltered. There were sort of flows and ebbs in the matches, but very few of them faltered, so just the quality. No,
some remarkable matches. After yesterday, we were really impressed with the matches yesterday as well. We should have been in the compound category, but here in Recurve today, on Recurve Sunday, everybody raising the level of their game and coming out here and putting on a great, great show. Aida Roman, a day she will long remember. Never forget, I'm sure. Competed in 4 matches and won every single one of them. And it all built up to the gold medal match, where she was able to come away with the victory. Marcus D'Almeida, there will be another day for him. No doubt about that, only 16 years old. He'll get another chance. Yeah, and Brady Ellison, that kind of captures the day for him.
Yeah, that's a Brady shout. D'Almeida, he did brilliantly here. When you consider he's 16, this is the first time he's been on this stage. Fantastic performance by him, and great by Brady to keep ahead of him. Just.
So a brilliant day under the brilliant Swiss sunshine here in Lausanne, Switzerland. Our congratulations again to Aida Roman, the winner of the gold medal on the women's side, Cheng Ming, the silver medalist, and Zhu Jing from China, who gets the bronze medal. And on the men's side, Brady Ellison collecting the gold medal. Here at the 2014 World Cup Final, Marcus Vinicius D'Almeida, the silver, and Rick van der Ven of the Netherlands, the Dutchman, coming through and winning the bronze medal. And now Longines presenting what I believe is the prize for precision on the entire season to Aida Roman. I don't know what side of the bed she got out of this morning, but I want to know which side it was so I can get out of bed the same way tomorrow.
She needs to carry on doing that, doesn't she?
Yeah, she must have eaten her Wheaties this morning as we stay in the States. What a day. Does it get any better? Can it get any better? Yeah, I suppose an Olympic gold medal. It could get a little bit better.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that she's got that in her sights.
I'm sure she does. Of that I am sure. Aida Roman, who was not feeling all that well when she arrived in Lausanne. She had a bit of a cold, but she toughed it out. She cowboyed up. More than cowboyed up, she really came through in flying colors here today, and everything she touched was gold. Wins the 4 matches, wins a pair of gold medals, wins the Longines prize for precision for this event and on the season overall. So quite a haul for Aida Roman from Mexico, who caps off a brilliant season for her. When you look back on the year for Aida Roman, the 26-year-old won the gold medal at the Indoor World Championships in Nîmes, then went outdoors Picked up a bronze in Shanghai at stage 1. And then did not medal again till today. Finished 9th in Medellin, 17th in Antalya, 9th again in Wrocław, Poland. But the important part is it's putting in the work, I think, Hilda, because even though she wasn't medaling at those 3 stages after Shanghai, she was picking up World Cup points. And you got to have those to get here, to do this.
Absolutely. So I think as Aid has shown, well, 1 medal, but then keeping that consistent level of performance, making the quarters, making the semis. It's the same sort of message with Brady. He didn't get any medals, but he kept a consistent level of performance and got the points.
He did. 5th in Shanghai, where he picked up 11 points. Got to the quarterfinals in Medellin, picked up 10 more points. None of the Americans shot well, it seems, in Antalya. He came away with a goose egg in Turkey, but in Poland, again, got to the quarterfinals, lost the match to Mauro Nespoli, but picked up 13 points. So he had 34 World Cup points, came here tied with Ojinjek, which is why they were matched up against each other in the first round today, which is almost a shame, really, when you think about it. It would have been kind of fun to see them kind of get together in the semifinals, maybe the gold medal match, but it turned out to be a great match nonetheless.
It was a great match. That was a great match of the quarters. And then, I mean, it was a great match. I mean, I don't think you can. You can't call who's going to be against who as you're going through the year. And as you say, different people get there in different ways. For he got there because he had 2 great results and then didn't go to the other 2.
And Brady had to do the work and go to all those events so he could have this day today. Well, what a weekend it's been here in Lausanne. Thanks to our great sponsors, Fila, Kia, Sport Toto, Longines, and Turkish Airlines. We congratulate all who medaled, all who came and competed, and not just here in Switzerland, but at all 4 stages on the World Cup circuit. Now we look forward to seeing what happens this winter on the Indoor World Cup circuit, which begins in November in Marrakesh. On a personal note, I'd like to thank everyone at World Archery, especially Secretary General Tom Dillon and Juan Carlos Olgado. Hats off to our great Hit the Roof production crew. And I am deeply indebted to all of the wonderful guest analysts, including Hilda Gibson, that I've had the pleasure of working with this year. On behalf of everyone involved with our live coverage, I'm Carl Arkey, saying thanks for your time, this time. Till next time, so long from the 2014 World Cup Finals in Lausanne, Switzerland. We will see you once again come 2015. Goodbye, everybody.